Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Andrzejewska, and we are here today for the Industry Agnostic Unicorn Battle, where the best local startups will pitch to our great audience worldwide. Our startups are industry agnostic, and we are live and broadcasting all over the world now. So please share the links with your community so everyone can see that you are online. And now let me invite our CEO of Unicorn.Events, Anna Fedorova, please.
Hi, Julia. Hi, everyone. I am so glad that we are here with two battles left till our world finals with industry agnostic. We are at Unicorn.Events, the world's largest startup pitch contest. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As Julia said, we are at industry agnostic battle, where we will discover what startup will be presented and what industry, besides industries you had seen already at our battles, will be presented at our world finals. And our events are happening thanks to our sponsors. Say thank you together with us to our platinum sponsor, Network VC, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club Golden sponsor, and Startup Inc., our silver sponsor. Every Thursday in January and February, we are broadcasting all around our planet to bring you extraordinary innovations in fintech, health tech, AI, impact tech, gaming, along with the best startups in some other industries that you will witness today. And the winner of today's online industry agnostic unicorn battle will participate at the Unicorn Cup Finals, March 3rd. Please mark the date in your calendar. It will be great happening with lots of VCs with us directly networking, wonderful business angels, and extraordinary innovations, bringing you the best deals to the table in 2022 winter season. Let me introduce you to our Unicorn Events. It's an open competition where successful startup pitch live for private investors and venture funds. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and have done enormous number of the events offline and online, and do them on a regular basis all over the world, and do not even intend to stop. Because we are doing really great job. Everyone is happy with us. Startups get their funding, investors get their best deals. Our VC community keeps constantly growing. Our angel community keeps constantly growing. And we love making people happy, which we do really good. But we have unfair advantage. It's our great partners network that last year exceeded 1 million users, and this year we're looking forward to expanding more out to the world, because we would like to invite you to join our great partners network. Partners do business with us. They do unicorn pitch, that are events for the ecosystems where they have startup community or VC community. So if you are that leader that leads startup or VC community, please make sure to contact us, and we will talk about it some more, because it's really great to help startups to find the best investors from around the world. That's what we do. Our ecosystem is called Network VC because it's led by a management company, Network VC, which is our syndicate fund and a main center of our venture activities. Startup Network is a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Startup Inc. is an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to exclusive deals with experienced VCs with only 1K entry. Unicorn.Events, you know it. It's the largest global pitch competition for startups that have a potential to become unicorns. VC House is a closed online community and network created exclusively for the VCs, where they can exchange deals where they are lead investors. And Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special structure that allows business angels to invest into the best startups with small checks through syndicate deals. Please check out all our business lines. You are welcome to join any of them. If you need more information, contact us or go directly to the web platforms they present. And today, we are exploring some interesting industries. I'm sure that you agree with me that there is no sphere left where startups hadn't add their flair to improve it. Enormous number of startup industries exist right now, and we had already looked into the biggest ones at our previous unicorn battles. But look at these numbers. They are the industries that, according to the Go Banking Rages, are among the best ones, growing industries, and they are the ones that you as investor probably should be looking for to invest in 2022, because they're growing and they will be staying as leaders many years, I hope, from now on. And I'm almost done, and I'm very glad to pass the floor to Julia, because she will be the one who is leading us through our event. She's our event host, and some of these industries will be here with us today, presented by startups. Am I right, Julia?
Sure. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for your presentation and explanation. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to present you our wonderful partners, and at the same time give them many thanks for their support of this event. We appreciate the following partners as Happy Farm, Startups Magazine, Listing Partners, Triumph Consultancy, the Accelerator of Michael Kahn, GD, Block Telegraph, and ITK and Greco. Thank you so much. And for those who has a desire to join us for the next time, please contact me directly. We will discuss. And let's get to know our judge who will evaluate our startups today. And firstly, we start from our official judge. Anna, be so kind to present them, please.
My pleasure. Yes, we have different categories of judges, and we will start with the official judges who present not only some venture fund or accelerator or startup community, they present the whole country. Or an ecosystem like Alexander Soroka, who is CEO and founder of our ecosystem. Alexander, please tell us how are you and what you are looking for to invest in right now. What is your sweet spot and what geographies interest you?
Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here today on Industry Agnostic Battle. So it's not a usual battle in this season. Anyway, we probably see really different business model and different kind of startups today. Our network VC syndicate fund usually invest up to $1 million in one startup. We are industry agnostic, we are geographically agnostic, but we prefer to invest in late seed stage, round A stage, and later. Thank you very much. And
thank you. This is just the event for the industry agnostic and geographically agnostic investors. So welcome, Alexander. It's my pleasure also to present Alexander's neighbor right now, because Alexander is in Florida, and so Jim Thomas is presenting the USA. He's partner at Kirinaga Partners. Hello, Jim.
Good morning from Florida. Alex, welcome to Florida as well.
hello,
I like it. See, we all need to converge on Florida. It's great to be back with you guys as always. Just love the competition, have met so many friends, have met so many great companies. And we say we're industry agnostic as long as they are fantastic companies. And we like to say if they're doing good things for the world, no longer does impact investing for us mean that you're going to get smaller returns. Now you're going to serve a market that isn't just Florida or the US, but the whole world. If we start talking about clean air or clean surfaces or vertical agriculture, these are the things that we're most interested in at Kirinaga. Our average check size is between $500,000 all the way up to $3 or $4 million for a seed stage. And then one of our favorite new portfolio companies, Space Perspective, we just helped them raise a $40 million Series A. and they are taking people to the edge of space through a space balloon based right here in Florida. So great to be with you guys.
Great to have you, Jim. Welcome. And please meet a wonderful lady presenting Mexico, Ana Mauri Aguilar. She's VC investor at AC Ventures. Ana, great to see you again.
Hi, Anna. Thank you again for the opportunity and each event that you do. I'm part of a corporate VC based in Mexico City. We're sponsored by a Coca-Cola bottler, so we're a corporate VC. And we invest in several things related with the operations of the company, such as logistics and supply chain, retail tech, and fintech with embedded solutions, perhaps in logistics or retail, and also water and plastics. So yeah, usually we go for early stage companies, not just in Latin America and US, but also in other parts of the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ana. And welcome the official judge presenting wonderful country of Peru, Aldo Shinoni. He's CEO at Palgo, Peru. And welcome, Aldo. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Can you hear me well, no?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, here I will. I am official judge from Peru.
Much better.
And most of South America countries. Palgo is also conforming a group of VC partners here locally to grow the support to the ecosystem. We are now over seed start or early start stages. Mainly agnostic, but sometimes focus in fintech and blockchain, artificial intelligence, but open to all the creativity that the startups can create and provide to grow the world and to change the world. Very good luck to all the participants. I was reading your projects and I see that it will be very tough to choose or to vote among all of you. Good luck.
Thank you, Aldo, but that makes it interesting. The tougher it gets, the interesting is it for all of us. So welcome on board. And I am moving forward to a representative of an extraordinary country, Ukraine. Please welcome Dimitry Nuka. He's innovation manager at DTEC, one of the leading Ukrainian corporations. Hello, Dimitry.
Hello, Anna. Thank you. I'm proud to be here, actually, because Ukraine, you know, it's a country where we have a lot of not very happy things now, but yeah, let's make my short introduction. I'm an innovation manager, as you mentioned already, and 2 words about my company's business and our approach. DTEC is the largest private investor in energy sector in Ukraine. Company leads business in 7 primary areas, such energy generation, it's thermal and renewable, and also it's natural gas production, electricity distribution, client-oriented services, trading, and education. DTEC has 14 innovation managers led by Chief Innovation Officer Emanuele Volpe. And we aren't investing in startups because the tech innovation team promotes open innovation approach. And we open to collaboration as industrial partner. Our business innovation challenges you could find on our web platform, openinnovation.dtec.co. And I wish good luck, all of you.
Thank you, Dimitry. And I'm honored to present you to the official judge presenting Bangladesh. Please welcome Nurul Hai. He's Vice President at CEAF. Hello, Nurul again.
Hi, Anna. Thank you. Apologies, I will turn off my video for some time due to connectivity issues, but my best wishes to all the participants today. And we are, as an investor, we are also sector agnostic from CEAF's point of view. We are working particularly in the emerging markets, and we are looking for impact investments, particularly in climate resilience, food security, and inclusion, where CEAF is working for more than 30 years in, I think, more than 30 countries worldwide. So yeah, that's it, and my best wishes to all the participants and all the respected judges. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nurul. And we are moving to Italy, who is represented today by Giuseppe Donvito, his partner at P101 Ventures. Hello, Giuseppe.
Hi, everybody. Yes, it's P101 Ventures. We are one of the leading, I would say, not just Italian, but Southern European VC. So we have more than 220 million euro under management, and we do investments into the digital and information technology sector, mainly on startup and scale up with more than 1 million euro ARR.
Wonderful. Great to hear that. Welcome to our Unicorn Battle. And please welcome official judge representing Czechia, Michael Zalichak. He's co-founder and managing partner at Lighthouse Ventures. Michael, so glad to hear from you today.
Thank you very much for being invited. We are one of the most active C funds investing in super early stage deals from idea stage to 1.5 million euros. In the past year, we've invested into tens of companies, and I'm very proud that we invested into one of the Unicorn Battle participants from the past pitch. So we are not here just to watch, just to evaluate, but also to invest, as we did last time, investing into EPR, and we are very happy about it because it was like few months since our investment and since you introduced us, and right now they have about 5 times the valuation of our investment. So you do a very good job of selecting startups. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for these kind words. Look, who you want to intro right now? I will do this, no problem. Welcome. And please meet wonderful lady representing Canada, Kelly Lewis. She's founder and investor at Mans International. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Anna. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly. I'm the founder and investor of Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. And we also have an office in Shanghai, China. Thanks, Anna, Alex, and Julia for inviting me. We just see each other online on a weekly basis now. So we're interested in technology companies with artificial intelligence, IoT, and advanced materials solutions in the manufacturing, smart living, and medical sectors. So our average check size ranges from $500,000 to $1 million. And we will also help the startups to establish or expand their business through our well-established ecosystem. So all the best to all the participants. Thank you.
Enjoy the battle, Kelly. Thank you. And please welcome representative of a wonderful country, Colombia. Please meet Gabriel Zanco, his venture partner at Urano Capital. Hello, Gabriel.
Thank you, Anna. Nice to connect, and also Julia for the invite, and all the startups and VCs here. Very high quality team you have. So yeah, I'm based in Colombia, although I'm actually from Caracas, from Venezuela. And I'm CEO of an investment banking, Mobile Your Life, which we have been raising capital the last 5 years in AI, fintech, blockchain, and also with a strong focus on renewable energy. And now with Urano Capital, which is the new vehicle in Luxembourg, we are aiming to invest also in deep technology, convergent software and hardware, also with the green energy focus, and leveraging all these tools in the decentralized networks such as DeFi and NFTs that is also taking the world. No? So happy to be here. And the tickets we're aiming are between 250K up to 2 million, but also with the idea to fulfill the round if possible, especially in the early stages, and with a global focus. So happy to be here, and good luck to the startups.
Thank you, Gabriel, so much.
Yeah.
And Julia, back to you to introduce our wonderful expert board and our other judges.
Definitely. For sure, meet our expert board. They are judge whose votes will define who will be a winner today, together with our official judge votes and our wonderful audience. They all are well-known venture professionals that play a crucial role in this startup ecosystem. Dear members of expert board, please raise your hand while you are asking a startup a question during the Q&A session. And also you can present yourself when you're asking the first time. We are glad that you are with us today. And let's move to our voting system, which is a little bit different for this season. Yes. Now every participant of the event is able to play a great role in the destiny of the startup that are pitching today. And we have 4 categories of votes, and every category's votes will be counted separately. But the ultimate winner can be only one, as usual. To start voting, just to make sure that you are logged in under your profile at the events page. Then find the section startups and be sure that you can see all startup profiles with the scores from 1 till 5. And if you need some help according the voting system or any, refer to the support team in our chat in Zoom right here, okay? So, and now welcome our participants, the industry agnostic startups. Keep in mind that each founder will have only 3 minutes for pitching and another 3 minutes for a Q&A session. We recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting, as I mentioned previously, and in some countries there are restrictions in this regard. You can use our chat or other channels of communication for this particular reason, so please welcome. And based on the results of our audience online voting, we will choose a winner of today's battle, which will participate in our Unicorn Cup finals on March 3rd. Okay, that's all. And now, welcome the first startup, the winner of the Unicorn pitches in Pakistan, the startup Fandaar. Are you welcome, please? Share with
yeah. I'll just share my screen now. Is everyone able to see that?
Sure. Can you make it full?
I think it's, or let me try something else.
Yes, try.
How's that?
Okay, are you ready to start?
Yes, thank you. Shall I start?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed Bukhari. I'm co-founder of Fandaar. You can think of Fandaar as a Bloomberg for agriculture. The problem we're trying to solve is a global one. As our population hits 10 billion, we will need to produce 60 to 100% more food to feed everyone, which will require a lot of additional land, roughly eight times the size of Pakistan or 2 times the size of India. And the climate impact of that will be absolutely catastrophic. Our home market is Pakistan, where we've started. And this problem there is even bigger. Pakistan is top 10 in terms of production of a number of crops. But for the same crops, we are bottom 50 in terms of yield per acre. So there's a huge yield gap. 40% of all our food is wasted, and 20% of all our food is actually wasted on harvest before it even hits the supply chain. In terms of the solution, which we think is Fandaar, on the right-hand side, you can see a number of reports. These are some of our reports, but what these reports end up doing is they basically allow farmers to increase productivity and reduce waste. The results you see on the left-hand side in blue, these are actual results we've achieved in the field. How do we do it? We have a web-based platform where farmers or enterprises can go and digitalize their land. They create land parcels. We then use remote sensing like satellites, drones, and IoT sensors to generate hundreds of thousands of data points. We have a deep tech stack then that converts those data points into actionable insights that farmers can use to increase productivity and reduce waste. The Pakistani market for crops is absolutely huge, $27 billion per annum and stable. However, as an agrarian economy, Pakistan has multiple industry sectors that are linked to agriculture, and we are actually targeting all of these sectors. Our revenue model is premium on the farmer side. So all our satellite-based reports are free and our soil sensing costs less than $1. And then on the B2B and B2G side, we monetize the farmer's data by basically selling it on the B2B side. And also we do high resolution scanning and data and analysis for the B2B space. We have very ambitious plans to grow, but if I focus on the left-hand side of the slide where we are today, we've already covered 150,000 acres. We only started in October, and we've managed to generate $35,000 in the B2B space at an average revenue per user of just over $11,000. Our plan is basically a digital land grab. We're going to use the funds we raised to go and cover some strategic districts in Pakistan and to go to 4 countries that we've identified where we have use cases already ready. And then once we collect more data, to actually expand our reach globally. There are some others in the category in Pakistan, but we feel that actually our value proposition directly addresses the underlying problem. And there's some success stories regionally across the world as well. This is us. Our team is very experienced and we also have farming backgrounds. I'll stop at that stage and invite questions.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Yeah, I remind you that to ask a question, you need to raise your hand. And we have first question from Michael, please.
VC investors basically make money from investing and subsequently exiting from the startup. So what do you believe is your exit story? Because I see you are growing, but I see there is some competition. So what is your exit story for the startup?
So look, we could, for example, get bought out. There are companies in this space, very large companies based in commodities and agriculture that are actively looking at this space. So that is one option for exit. However, at this stage, I think we're really focused on our growth and expansion into the regions and things like that. I think there will be ample opportunities to be bought out.
Great, thank you so much. Victoria's question is next.
Hi, Mohammed. Congratulations on what you built. My question is on the features of the technology, what exactly you are providing in terms of the ability to make the life of the supplier and also the farmers easier. If you can go a bit into the tech and explain, I really appreciate it.
Sure, no problem at all. So on the farmer side, really what we do is think of us as running an MRI scan on their land, and we diagnose what's wrong. We have a module which is based on prescribing based on that diagnosis, but that's not live yet. But we use satellite imagery and we capture multiple bands of light in satellite imagery. Our models are trained on about 21 different bands of light. So we're able to do a very sophisticated scan and then identify what's wrong and then provide reports to farmers that are very easy to understand and action. So that's on the direct to farmer side. On the B2B side, really, we have a huge suite of analytics. So for example, we do crop classification using deep learning models. We do tree counting using computer vision. We do yield estimation using machine learning. And what we're able to do is basically allow companies to have a very, very solid grip on their supply chain. We're doing this work for sugar mills in Pakistan right now. And the results have been really, really phenomenal, well received. And because there's been such a lack of data in this space, even our own expectations are currently being exceeded in Pakistan because people just didn't have the data and now they want it.
And are you going to provide any sort of a price point, for instance, if the rice is coming from the south of Pakistan, comparison-wise, price-wise, to the north of Pakistan, because technically you're gonna be, you mentioned that you're gonna be a, kind of a Bloomberg. So are you providing a supply chain management of the prices as well, that in terms of creating a benchmark for the pricing as well, or no?
On our roadmap, we plan to explore that and also an agri kind of marketplace. But for now, at least, our plan is to sort of expand with sort of remote sensing and AI to first create a critical mass of data that we can generate. But absolutely, that's on our roadmap for the future.
Yeah, thank you so much. I recall you that we are limited in time. Please, last question from Jim Thomas, and others, please write directly to our founder your questions, okay?
Great presentation. Could you talk just a little bit more about your ability to scale outside of Pakistan, or if you do or don't have plans for that?
Absolutely. So look, I'll give you an example. Pakistan is top 10 producer of oranges in the world. And all of those oranges grow in one district. And what we can do in Sargodha, which is that district in Pakistan, there is no reason why we can't do that in Florida, right? Mm-hmm. So once we've actually developed a use case, it becomes very easily applicable to other geographies. And one of the reasons that we've selected these 4 other countries in our expansion plan is actually we already have developed some use cases that apply in these countries. So for example, Indonesia, we're in discussions right now with one of the world's largest commodities companies because they have oil palm and coconut plantations there. And at the moment, they're counting the trees using kind of camera images, right? So we can very easily make their lives a lot easier by using our tree counting algorithms.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much. The Q&A session is over. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, everyone.
It was Startup Fandaar from Pakistan. Please write your questions, as I mentioned previously. And we are going ahead to the next participant. The second startup is Little Bridge. And this is startup from the United Kingdom and the winner of the local unicorn pitches. Please welcome.
Hi, everyone. Really great to be here. Let me just share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. Let me know when you can see it. I'm just going to make it full screen. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you see? Are we good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, let's begin. We only have 3 minutes and a lot to cover. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah White. I'm founder of Little Bridge, where we make social media safe and fun for kids all around the world. We are an international team of experts, and we're supported by our investors, which includes industry leaders such as Biz Stone from Twitter. Now, the problem. Kids everywhere want to participate in the exciting world of social media, but they lack safe spaces online and the language skills necessary to engage in an English-speaking digital world. Now, the opportunity is huge. English learning alone is forecasted to grow to a $43 billion market by 2025. Plus, we see ourselves as a future market leader in social media for kids. Thus far, we've delivered our platform B2B via governments and institutions. But next, we want to reach families around the world D2C. Crucially, children across all the customer segments are part of the same social community. Our solution is fully moderated, it's gamified, and it teaches English skills to kids who need them. So our current platform is web-based, and we've already developed both our social community plus additional premium content. Now, our next step is to expand our platforms to include apps, an app for kids, plus a companion dashboard for parents. Our competitors are spread across both social media and language learning. We uniquely combine both in a research-backed learning methodology. So, since launching in 2021, we've had great traction, including several recurring government projects in Latin America. We've also had over 3,000 parents join the wait list for our D2C platform, and we haven't actually started any marketing yet. Families around the world already love Little Bridge. A parent in Italy told us, "It's too cool for words. The first thing my child asks when he gets home is, can he connect to Little Bridge? He's learning English with other children online." Kudos to the people that invented this. Thank you very much. So our D2C model includes subscriptions, pay-as-you-go features, and advertising revenues. Note that we only advertise to parents. And we aim to become both profitable and reach 100K of monthly recurring revenue within a year of closing our fundraise. Over the next 12 months, we will be investing in product-led growth and consumer marketing. And our future development plans include creating exciting learn-to-earn opportunities for children as well. Finally, we are raising a seed round to fund our D2C vision, and I'm really excited to share that this month, as part of our fundraise, we pitched in a competition hosted by VC and billionaire Tim Draper, who not only selected us as the winner, we've also been invited to attend his Silicon Valley Accelerator in June of this year on a full scholarship. So I'm really excited to hear all of your questions. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And the first question from Kelly.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you online. We actually connected yesterday. So you have done a very meaningful project. Congratulations. My question is, what kind of source of income do you have to make this project sustainable?
Great question. So currently, we've actually sustained the business through revenues from our government projects and also a pre-seed round that we raised in 2019. Going forwards, we really want to diversify, and our revenues are going to be based on both subscriptions to our learning content that we're going to get from families. And we're starting by launching in places where we already have a significant B2G footprint, and also through advertising revenues to parents, plus additional upselling of features as well beyond our learning content. So we're really looking to diversify away from just the learning content and increase the potential revenue streams to maximize revenues.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Hi,
Yeah,
great presentation. Can I ask a question? Bas here.
We have the turn, and yeah, the girl of the first question, and next to you. Okay, just raise your hand if you'd like to ask. Okay.
Hi, Sarah. Sarah, am I correct in my understanding that you are targeting non-English speaking parents? Who is your target audience?
That is a great question. Thus far, we have started with non-English speaking families when reaching them through schools. Next, we are targeting non-English speaking families for the next few years. That is going to be the main target market. Beyond that, we do think that English speaking families will have a place in Little Bridge because their children will want to connect with other children around the world, but it's easier for us to monetize through our learning content. So we are definitely going to target non-English speaking families first.
And what would be the business strategy to create an outreach to the parents? Because you are only advertising to parents on your platform, and also they will be the source for encouraging kids to be on the platform, right? So what would be the business strategy here?
Fantastic. So the advertising to parents is the third-party ads in the platform that will be a revenue stream. We are going to be launching in the next month our first marketing campaign reaching parents through both social media and digital advertising, but also when we launch our apps, that will give us a really important presence on the App Store because our research tells us that parents allow their kids to scroll through the App Store and download apps to their heart's content. So we definitely know that that's going to help us to reach kids directly. And then from the kids signing up, we'll be able to reach the parents, as children need to verify that they've got an adult in the companion app, and then we'll be able to reach parents to upsell.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Please, Bas Gotska, your question. Yeah.
So, nice presentation, a cool topic to be in. I'm wondering about the go-to-market strategy. I have a feeling that there's, not even a feeling, I see so many ad tech startups targeting children, English, etc. What makes you truly unique, and how are you going to convince those parents to use you without paying a fortune to Google AdWords and other paid channels?
Great question. So that's where our social community is going to supercharge our customer acquisition, because being a social community and not just EdTech, that gives us a natural virality built into the platform. Kids want to communicate with each other. They're going to tell their friends, they want to communicate with each other. They'll get their parents on board. And so there's that natural virality built in. Plus, between the parents, we're obviously going to be doing a really robust and incentivized referral strategy there too. We're really keen to keep the acquisition cost down, which also then enables us to keep the cost down. The other thing that's really important is that we have gone to governments first. So we are a proven and effective and research-backed platform. There's a lot of EdTech, there's a lot of noise, but a lot of it doesn't really work. So there's a lot of cheap things that aren't really good value because they don't actually produce results. So firstly, we have the natural virality built into the platform because of the social community. And then beyond that, the fact that it really does work and it's very, very effective, then that's going to keep parents coming back for more and then recommending it. Does that answer your question?
Great answer. Yes, Sarah, thank you.
Great.
Thank you. Please, Gabriel, your question.
Thank you, Sarah. Great presentation. I'm always keen to everything related to kids and improve and connect. No, I like it because I have also a son, 10-year-old, so I like it. I have one. I guess my question was similar. What was your unique proposal? But also, my question was what would be the main difference between me putting my kid in a school in my country or local city and connecting with people immediately, especially after pandemic that they've been online 2 years, instead of connecting with more people globally, which I agree. But on the other hand, the component of seeing people and also in the, how you say, in the learning experience, what would be unique learning English with you than learning English in so many other platforms, right? Or is the social media component that you wanna?
That is such a great question. And, I was talking to a school in Colombia just before our call here. So I'm very excited to learn more about Colombia. Great question. So I think we covered a little bit in the Q&A in the previous question. And we, of course, think that socializing in person is incredibly important, and socializing online is definitely not a substitute for that. Interestingly, though, the reason why we were able to scoop up these government deals immediately upon securing our previous round was because not only were schools looking for digital solutions, they needed a way for their kids to connect online because they were stuck at home. And so that solved that issue. And this issue might recur. So having a safety net there ready is obviously super important. And also, ultimately, kids are joining social media anyway, regardless of COVID and staying at home. Kids are going on to adult social media sites because there is no market leader in social media for kids. So having a solution to facilitate that is super important. And finally, the biggest difference between practicing English just in a classroom setting, which of course still has a place, and we love English teachers. They are making huge changes around the world and adding a lot of value to kids' lives. Crucially, the big difference is being able to practice English immediately upon learning it, especially if you're learning at home where you might not have English-speaking parents, or if they are English-speaking, they might not have the time to practice with you. That enables you to immediately put those learnings, the things you've just learned, into deep processing. And deep processing, by communicating and using them in a meaningful way, by really making friends online, where you have to.
I'm sorry, Sarah. Time is over.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Great answer.
Thank you so much.
Today, thank you so much. And your judge used chat to ask Sarah more. Yeah, I'm sure she will answer all your questions. And our next startup is ClickStorm. Please welcome ClickStorm from Poland, our unicorn winner, unicorn pitches winner. Please. ClickStorm, are you with us? Yeah, we cannot hear you actually.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, right now it's better.
Sorry for this. So can you see my screen?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. So we are running an esports tournament platform. I'm a big fan of esports. I used to play myself quite a lot, competed in many esports tournaments. And when I just started, the dream salary of esports player was just $200 per month. And it was really hard to get such a salary. And my dream was always be to make an esports as popular as books, movies, to make it a part of our everyday life, to make it a part of our esports fitness. That's what drives me. So I have built an esports tournament platform. I raised for this platform roughly 700K from my investors in previous rounds. Spent 1 year in Singapore building this platform, and right now we got more than 200K registered users. We worked with numerous brands like MediaMarkt, TikTok, Pantronics. After COVID, we lost nearly all of our marketing contracts, and we decided to pivot and launch in our platform a B2C game. But we are recovering fast. Last year, I made 66K USD in B2B revenues. This year, it's already 30K USD revenue, and we just about to sign a contract with an ISP provider in the UK. So we used to run different events. We know how to communicate with the audience, how to reach out to them, how to integrate sponsors. In this event, we got more than 7,000 participants, and we decided to launch our own game on the platform and make it on blockchain in NFT world. And the market is lucrative. And the thing is, we decided to reinvent chess and deploy it on our esports tournament platform. So right now, Storm Chess is up and running. There are 15K registered users in this game. There are roughly 100 new signups per day, organic, free for us. And in this game, you have to move off your pieces at once, and the goal is to capture enemy's king. It is really fun to watch, and if you know how to move figurines, you can enjoy this game. It's super fun and exciting. And our intention is to launch magic version of this Storm Chess and present NFT mechanism for this. Players will be competing against each other in matchmaking and tournaments. So players will be able to collect shards by defeating their opponents and crafting figurines that they will be able to sell on a blockchain. And for the blockchain, we are looking to deploy everything on Solana. So our activities includes collaboration with the top-tier chess grandmasters. We already got in touch with Vladimir Kramnik and Sergei Karyakin. We're trying to get to Hikaru Nakamura and Alexandra Botes. I hope we succeed to get some of them, maybe top-tier guys. So our intentions is to launch a tournament with 25K USD prize fund nearly soon, maybe in April. We are already in touch with different betting companies that can support our journey, and we're hoping to monetize this tournament from B2B. But moreover, this tournament will drive our will unlock viral mechanism of populating the platform. We haven't started BTC monetization yet. I just sold 70 subscription packages. That's our team.
Your time is up. Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. We have already the first question from Kelly. Please.
Hi, Alex. You have a very interesting project. So my question is, I noticed that the active users only accounts roughly 8% of your total number of users. Have you ever analyzed the reason, and how are you going to increase the engagement of your users?
So we haven't started user engagement for Storm Chess yet. We just deployed Storm Chess on fully working esports tournament platform as a mechanism. So 15K Storm Chess gamers are coming from outside. We got them from our adverts on Reddit. So we will get lots of new users. We just closed bridge round, and we are going to launch aggressive user acquisition next week. But I already spent like 20K USD to test acquisition channels via Reddit, Facebook, etc.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Please, Anna, your question.
Yeah, I have a question about how do you decide which is the next game you're going to have into the platform, and also to know more about how you are, it's related with Kelly's question. How are you retaining, or what are those key gamers that you are looking for? Are they in other platforms and they just go for your platform for certain games? Or what is that target?
Yeah, the thing is, market is huge. There are tens of millions users that are playing on chess.com or Lichess, and no one yet tried to reinvent chess. And we are basically disrupting the world of tabletop games, and we are coming from esports. We are bringing chess to real time, and we will be populating the platform by running regular tournaments on a daily basis. There will be free and paid tournaments. There are lots of gamification tricks. We are using Dan To from Singapore consulting us. Also, we got a guy from Pixonic from Mail.ru Big Holding that consulting us as well on gamification topics. So we are fully covered here. We don't want to launch lots of games, but the second one will be Storm Go. It's Go in real time. And Six Dan and Go consulting us to build up this game.
Got it. And about the kind of gamers you're looking for, are they experienced in other platforms, or this is the first platform that they go to, or yeah, what is the profile for the gamers you're looking for?
So those games are new. Basically, what we do, we take existing tabletop games that are insanely popular. Those are really great games for the mental fitness. They are well for kids. We just transferring them to the next millennium by making them real time. That means we're getting rid of template thinking. That is not what you want to have in this century.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So play chess, try Storm Chess on clickstorm.com. You can do it. Click-storm.com. You can do it in a few clicks.
Julia, you are on mute.
You're mute, Julia.
I'm sorry. The last question from Aldo.
Yeah, a simple question. How you monetize this? And as a white label, for example, if some other have another idea, or I like backgammon, I want to do some backgammon application. How do you monetize this?
So for this game, it's about BTC monetization. So it's a premium subscription, it's selling of premium skins, it's selling of special figurines via NFT. It will be launched a little bit later. But it's basically the typical BTC monetization channels that are present in any modern game. In terms of B2B, for the UK ISP provider, I'm wanting a white label solution.
Mm-hmm.
For other platforms, we can do affiliate. We already discussing affiliate with Canadian gaming company.
Okay, Alex, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you, Startup Clickstorm from Poland.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we are keeping going to the next startup. Please welcome Unicorn Pitch winner from Bangladesh, Sahopathy.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you, everyone. And it's nice to meet all of you. So just let me share my screen. So yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, good.
Okay, yep. So hello, I'm Sadman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sahopathy. And Sahopathy is a platform where educators from anywhere can share learning contents and grow their own student community. We already have a community of over 400,000 learners and educators across Bangladesh, growing at 40% month over month. So if we talk about the educational landscape in Bangladesh, there are over 45 million high school going teens. And did you know that for every 100 high school student, only 20 get promoted to colleges, and from there, only 7 qualify for universities. And one of the top 3 reasons for such a low conversion is the 1:60 teacher-student ratio in schools. As a result, a $2 billion local market for after-school teaching is created, growing rapidly with the increasing income of the middle class and the internet penetration in Bangladesh. In this huge market, the star educators are very popular in their own locality, but they have no common platform where they can reach out to the whole nation and build a huge student base nationwide, which could have created a massive impact. This is where Sahopathy fits into the picture. Using our digital social platform, educators from anywhere can share free learning contents and launch their own paid courses. And on the student side, we have built a unique AI-based content recommendation engine that suggests the students with the best fit contents and educators for their learning style. All in all, we have created a platform that helps high school students to excel in public and university admission exams through access to the top quality teachers using technology. And our business model is pretty simple. Students can study one-on-one or in groups to our educators or mentors, and we charge a 20% commission on the one-on-one live sessions and a $20 per month subscription fee on the group-based recorded sessions on each of the courses. And over the last 1 year, we have already completed 70,000 paid learning hours with a 40% monthly growth rate, maintaining a very high level of retention. And in the next 18 months, we want to build on the momentum and grow 20x through partnerships with the star district level schools and an expanded campus ambassador network. Currently, almost all of the edtech platforms in Bangladesh are producing their own contents or launching their own courses. These contents are not personalized at all and are also very expensive in terms of content production. In contrast, Sahopathy enables the star educators from anywhere to share their learning contents and grow a huge student base based on best fit for their teaching style, based on our AI-based content recommendation system. This makes the platform highly scalable, both in terms of targeted learning and also in terms of content production. And our founding team has the unique combined skills of teaching and technology. Interestingly, all of us are involved in the platform as a teacher right from the beginning. So we have a deep understanding about the market of our educators and learners. And along with the solid team, we have the international and also the government as our partners, helping us to access our customers at the root levels. And I'm very proud to say that our customers actually love us. We already have maintained a 90% satisfaction rate, which keeps us in a perfect place to make a very, very big impact. So our dream is not only confined to one country or one city, rather our vision is to build an open learning platform where anyone can not only learn, but at the same time, teach others using their own virtual classrooms. So if you believe in our vision, let's get connected and together, let's build a future for education worldwide. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sadman. We have 2 questions. Please, Nurul, your question.
Thanks, Sadman, for the nice presentation and for your project. Yeah. I think this is a good market, a huge number, and the addressable market is high and large. Yeah. So my question is actually on the content side. You said the quality teachers will share their contents to your platform, but yeah, I wanted to understand at what price and how do you motivate them to share these contents? Because in Bangladesh and in the South Asian markets, the good quality contents have huge demand. Particularly, I can say, like for example, we have invested in several education companies in South and South Asia and Southeast Asia. So content, quality and maintaining the quality and also the acceptability of the contents is a crucial one. So how do you ensure that?
Okay, thank you so much. So first of all, when we bring in the educators, they already actually come from the referrals from the students in our network. So we actually take the feedbacks like who are your favorite teachers in your classroom or in your class. And when they refer us, we already know that these teachers are good, first of all. And secondly, when they onboard to our platform, we launch we have our own specific course or guideline for the content creation within our app. So this helps us to the educators understand that these guidelines they need to follow to maintain the quality.
Yeah, and I understand that, but the most of the cases the teacher teaches in their own style, and I wanted to understand why they will share their contents to you, because these contents are very valuable. They are selling themselves. So why they will share that too?
Thank you so much. So like, as I said that I am being a teacher myself for 9 years and our team has been teaching for over 20 years. So what we found out in the educator perspective is that the educators actually face a lot of problems during teaching online in terms of keeping their content secured. And second is that there is no common platform where they can directly reach out to a targeted base of students. Whereas, as I said, that Sahopathy already has a group of over 400,000 learners and educators. So what's valuable for them is that if they publish their contents, they get to reach to a targeted group of students. And secondly, we are actually keeping their content secured, as in inside our app there is no chance of content piracy or any type of screenshots or screen recording. So for that reason, the educators actually feel very motivated. First of all, they get a targeted community to reach out, and secondly, all of their contents are highly secured. So these are the 2 things.
Thank you. We have the next question from Thomas Abraham.
Sadman, thanks for that presentation.
Thank you.
From what I've seen, it seems that you have more of a marketplace model. Where you're getting people to come in and share content and people to buy content or experience content. But it seems to me that in the edtech space and many other emerging markets, people who've been successful have been those that have specialized in a certain vertical. For instance, if you say there are successful companies which are focused only on coaching for entrance exams, right? Or coaching students in a certain set of classes for online tuitions, for instance, right? So it seems that the ones who have specialized are the ones who are doing very well, because content has to be very, very specialized, focused, and certified as well. I do see some challenges of that kind in this space. I would be happy to hear your thoughts in this.
Okay, thank you so much. So like when we started, and also currently the space we are in is that we are working on the high school level. So in the high school level in Bangladesh, from grade 8 to grade 12, there are 3 top public level exams and also the university entrance exams. So we are currently specializing on that initially. And I think there is such a huge market that we can actually become an unicorn itself by specializing in that market. So we are currently focusing on that. But another good thing is that once we build a very good validation in that vertical, our model is such that we can also expand in other verticals also. But we are currently specializing obviously in the high school level.
Is Michelle, your question?
Yeah.
What are your other scaling within the geography that you are focusing? What plans do you have?
Okay, thank you so much. So first of all, as I said, that the market itself in Bangladesh is very huge, but I think the same type of problem is prevalent in the neighboring countries like India, Singapore, Korea. There is a huge market there as well. So what we believe is that our model is such scalable that if we can only bring in the educators, we can actually expand in any of the countries. And already we are exploring some opportunities in terms of partnering with some similar edtech startups in India or Singapore. And we already have been able to build a momentum, and hopefully within the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be able to build a solid footprint. So that's how we are planning.
Thank you. Aldo, unfortunately, the time for question is over. Yeah, please use our chat. And thank you for the presentation. It was Startup Sahapati from Bangladesh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let me present please the next participant, the startup from India, and also the winner of local unicorn pitches, Armor Heavy.
Thanks a lot, Julia. Can you see the?
Yeah, I see your presentation.
All right, good. Good morning and good evening, everybody. I'm Captain Rahul Rai. I'm the founder and chief vision officer for Armor Heavy Performance Clothing. What I'm going to present probably is going to be front page news, at least in my country. How we are building this brand is absolutely aspirational. I'll take a small pause and basically tell you the story of how it all started. 2006, I left the military and I was residing in the National Capital Region, Delhi. That time in 2006, India was opening up to a lot of foreign investment, a lot of foreign brands, a lot of good malls were coming up in and around the National Capital Region. In fact, in India, I happened to visit one of these malls, and hold and behold, I was surprised to see a lot of multinational brands and a lot of presence of multinational brands. However, not even one single local brand was present in the aspirational realm in these brands. And this is, I'm talking about 2006. 2006 to today, things have gone bad to worse. We don't have any local competitor to compete with these multinational brands. I am not building Armor Heavy as a brand which will grow in India, but of course it has a much global scope also. Typically, when I'm presenting, I ask this question, named top 3 aspirational fashion brands from India, and generally people struggle because none exist. So why Armor Heavy at all? I just want to explain the kind of geography that I'm playing in. The first gap that I clearly see is cost. You'll be surprised to know that after China, India is the second largest counterfeit manufacturing country in the world for multinational brands like Adidas, Puma. A lot of counterfeit duplicates are made in India. The market is almost $10 billion, and this is published figures. The market could be a little more bigger. Why this is happening is because Indian and the millennials generally want aspirational brands, but they can't afford them. Typically, the kind of range that these aspirational brands get is out of reach from the majority population in India. aspirational outlook. None of the local players in India have a aspirational outlook. The way the brand has been conceptualized, the way it sounds, the way it looks, they don't compete very well with the multinational brands that are there in the country.
I'm sorry, your time is over for the presentation. Maybe last words, and we can start with questions.
Sure.
Yeah, we have a question. Michael, please, you are the first.
You have Armour Heavy. There's and I put it also in the chat. There is this Under Armour brand. It has also very similar logo. You have combination of A and H in the logo. They have U and A combination in the logo. Even like put it on top of each other. You don't anticipate any IP infringement issues because these global brands are very careful about the brand protection.
Absolutely, a great question. And I want to tell the judges that I'm not building the brand in isolation at all. I've gone through the modalities. There are brands like Levi's, Lee Cooper, BlackBerry, Burberry, PayU, Paytm, PayPal. A lot of these brands are sprouting. And to exactly answer your pointed question, Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour, when he was actually naming the brand, he was looking for the word armor, and being an American brand, he chose a British spelling because armor wasn't available. So the word typically armor has been taken many times by a lot of industries, fashion also. There are about 26 brands in and around, small and big, across the world. So if you put a prefix or a suffix, generally in the trademarking realm, you are in the safe zone. The digital properties these days are what you call shrinking. But we own the rights of all .coms, .ins, and other other digital assets that we need to secure our brand digitally and otherwise.
Thank you so much. Please, question from Thomas. Thomas, we cannot hear you. You are muted.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so thanks for that interesting presentation, Rajul. But I'm just trying to understand, what is so aspirational about this brand, number one. Number two, there are, several brands in the market. So how are you differentiating? And this is also a very capital-intensive business. So I'm just trying to understand, what really your, at a very high level, what your business plan is going to look like. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see the D2C market, if you see the digital market, this is not exactly as capital incentive as many of the other businesses. You can scale rather well in this in this industry, and we have achieved in the last 200 days of a launch, we've achieved 150K, and we are a profit-making company. The second part of your question is how are we aspirational? It's very important for a fashion brand to have a story. Armor heavy is a military word. It is not a dictionary word. It basically means the undefeatable in military parlance. The way we've conceptualized the brand, the naming convention, the brand architecture, it's very, very catchy. It's very aspirational. If you see the AHN logo, it has been crafted like a shield, which is pretty powerful. It looks very absolute on the product, looks very stylish. And I've got very good reviews. I personally feel as a founder that aspirational brands in a century, there are 5-6 aspirational brands that typically are coined. And seeing the digital saturation in how you can name, when I was trying to name the brand as Stealth, Sports, or Fire, the digital domain is absolutely saturated. So you have to look for that unique name. And I think Armor Heavy is pretty unique. I mean, if you say that I'm going to a golf course wearing Armor Heavy, I'm going to the club wearing Armor Heavy, I mean, it sounds absolutely fabulous. And I've got very good reviews. I've got data to back that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. The time is over, unfortunately. Yes, please, next question in chat. Yeah, and thank you so much for the presentation. It was Startup Armor Heavy from India.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please welcome the next participant, Startup on Now, Bangladesh, also the winner of Unicorn Pitches.
Thank you. Can you hear my voice? Yeah, can you see the screen? All good? Okay, great. Perfect. Hi, everyone. This is Tamid. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Onno. We're basically an internet restaurant platform for SME restaurants in emerging markets. How often do we see this? Our neighboring local restaurants are closing down. And this problem is not only in Bangladesh where we have started, this is a global problem. And also we see this a lot in emerging markets where over 1 million SME restaurants, small and medium enterprise size restaurants are struggling, where almost 42 million people are working. They're struggling to compete against the large restaurant chains, namely, let's say Burger King or KFC, who obviously got access to better technology, higher marketing budget, and much lower cost of operations. And our mission is to enable all those over 600,000 SME restaurants in emerging markets. And for the last 1 year, we have been building all these unique food concepts. These are virtual concepts which you can only order online. And already we have over 90% customer satisfaction of these brands. So these are product tested in the market, which is working well. But the fun part is we don't make this food. So where the food comes from, the food is actually made by our SME restaurant partners. In the last 4 months, we have added almost 18 active outlets, and we are now adding 4 outlets every single month. So how does this work? We work in a similar fashion as McDonald's, where we operate on a virtual franchise model. So in our central factory, we prepare 90% of all the ingredients, package them, and deliver them through our own cold chain to the SME restaurants. We also push the orders from the end consumer to the restaurants. They produce according to our SOPs. And then once the food is ready, we get it delivered to the end consumers. And QC, quality control, should be a very common question here. So in the last 1 year, we have built an infrastructure where we have a QC field force, QC officers who work on the field and visit the partners regularly to ensure that they follow our SOPs. We have a very strong legal agreement with the partners. We provide training and retraining, and we do random audits to ensure that one burger from one of our brands in one part of the city tastes exactly same in the other part of the city. So starting from buying the raw materials and then delivering the end product to the end consumer, we automate the whole process. The full stack operation is built in-house. So in the last 15 months of operations, we had over $100,000 in GMV, and we have sold over 80,000 items through our network. The market where we operate is massive, almost a $90 billion market, and this is how we plan to grow. Our team, with over 30 years of combined business experience in the field of food, retail, and technology. And our long-term vision is to take certain Bangladeshi-focused cuisines all over the world using the same virtual model, which is scalable and very low on the CapEx side. Rather than building cloud kitchens, we use the existing infrastructure of the restaurants around the world. We are one of the top 9 startups in Bangladesh, and we have been supported by the government of Bangladesh with the winner of Impact Collective. Our first institutional investment came from Korea, and now we are raising our seed round. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Please, question from Victoria. Victoria, are you muted?
Hi, sorry, I was mute. I would like to ask you a question that, so are you synchronizing the supply chain management of the restaurant at the moment that you are managing these small semis? Are you creating any software that integrate with all these SMEs that they are on the system? Can you explain more about your technology that you are using? And are you a subscription-based solution that SMEs are paying you in order to make the supplying of their product easier and then delivery of a food easier? Can you explain?
Sure, thank you. I'll take it very quickly so that we have other questions also. So supply chain, yes, 100% supply chain is on us. We are mainly in the business of supply chain more than anything. So they are actually required by our contract to buy all the supply from us. So we manage that. And we obviously enjoy the economies of scale benefit there, and then we transfer the benefit to the SME restaurants also. Next question was the technology part. So what we have is a device. It's now web-based where the restaurants can place their orders of supplies, what they want. And we also feed the orders that we get from the end consumers directly into the system. And the same platform they can also use to manage the inventory, to do their accounts and everything. But it's 100% free of cost at this time. We don't charge on a SaaS basis. But going forward, we do have plans. When we have that strength in the market, we will definitely monetize this solution also. I hope that answers the questions.
Thank you. Dear judge, also ask you to put your camera on to follow the communication better. Yes, if you can, better to turn on. And the next question from Anna.
Yeah, so how do you determine what are going to be your brands, or how did you create all these brand restaurants that you have?
Yeah, so it's a very much data-driven process, which actually started with aggregators, like, for example, Uber Eats. We don't have Uber Eats, but we have the local ones like Patao, Hungry Naki. So they are the ones who started giving us the data to develop brands, because we do exclusive business with them, only for Patao and Hungry Naki. So they helped us to build the brands initially. And then over time, obviously, we have done intensive market research and testing to see what is working, what is not working. So we have a very, I'd say, very iterative process where we feed the data back into the R&D team, and then they make changes, and then we put again in the market and then take the data. So this is one thing. On top of it, what we do is when we develop brands, so we look into the consumers and we see, okay, starting from the breakfast till late night, what do they eat at what point of the day? So that also, we have a graph where we try to make sure that we have one brand to fit in every part of the day, so that at the end of the day, no matter what you want to eat, something should be coming from one of our brands. So that's the plan.
Good. Thank you so much. Please, Nurul.
Yeah, so Said Tahmid, nice presentation. And I just wanted to know what's your strategy? At some point, I think you mentioned going global.
Yes.
So I wanted to understand at what point roughly you are planning to go global, and what would be your strategy?
Right. So I think more than anyone, you can connect very well. So whenever we go outside Bangladesh, we only see KFC, Burger King. We never see a Bangladeshi brand, do we? So it's always the global brands. Now the time has come where Onno will go into the global market with Shingara, with Khichuri, with Halim, and I'm sure you can relate very well. So this is the plan. But before that, 100%, we have to focus on Bangladesh. Once we cover most of the metro cities of Bangladesh, then let's say I'm targeting 200 outlets first in Bangladesh, and then we go global.
Right. And what's your percentage of repeated customers?
So this is a tricky part, honestly. So our D2C is just 15%. So we're not getting that much of data. But from the aggregators that we have, they say almost 50% of the customers that have ordered before, they do order second time. Third time, I'm not exactly sure. So we don't have the data. But once we work more towards our own D2C, where we get all the customer data, that should help us to answer these questions going forward. And we are already working on that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Please, the next question, Michael.
It's very important to understand how much are you D2C player, or who is your biggest competitor, then, because you get most of the data from other platforms, and then only some part of the D2C. So who do you perceive as the biggest competitor, and what is your main strategy?
Yeah. So as for now, 15% only comes from our D2C platform, which is our own websites. That's done. And remaining of the sales comes from the aggregators like, Patao and Hungry Naki. So our competition, I would say on the general level, is the big brands, the chain. We compete with KFC, McDonald's, and all that. So because obviously we are building.
Sorry, I mean, in the long run, you plan to be selling more from your own platform, so you'll be competing to the platform.
50-50, I would say.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Not 100%, because this model works solely based on the partnership with the aggregators. And just to let you know, we are also working with the aggregators directly to build brands exclusively for them.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your questions and answers. Unfortunately, we're limited in time. Please use chat as usual. And thank you for your presentation. Thank you, Startup on Now from Bangladesh. Please welcome the next startup from the North Carolina, Margic, the winner of Unicorn Pitches. Yes, I can see your screen. Please make it full.
All right, are we good?
Good.
All right, let's go. Hello, everybody. In today's society, we cannot imagine our lives without consumer electronics. And I'll tell you how Margic is standing at the forefront of consumer electronics revolution to become organic. And what we're not thinking about commonly is the fact that LEDs of today are in fact harmful for our eyes as well as the environment, even though we use them daily. Currently, display industry began to shift to organic light-emitting diodes, or OLEDs for short. In fact, most of you have an OLED cell phone today, and they're safer for humans and the environment. But OLEDs cannot become mainstream due to complex manufacturing. They're made like a layered cake, one layer at a time, making manufacturing way too complex and costly. 90% of companies we talked to indicated that they use scarce elements, which will run out by year 2040. And OLEDs are simply missing out on $1 trillion worth of revenue that current LED market is holding. And to enable 90% faster manufacturing that our customers want in order to move from 20-layer design to a 3-layer cake without using the flavor, it requires them to look for new suppliers and new material solutions to make this possible. Our solution is to enable 3-layer design through our novel proprietary multifunctional materials platform. We'd be selling our materials in the form of powders as shown down on the left and directly sell them to the manufacturers to plug and play. Our materials use all organic and earth-abundant materials. They're simple to plug and play with current manufacturing equipment, and they enable power consumption and greenhouse emissions reduction on a global scale. Display market is conservative, so we had to adapt our go-to-market strategy to first serve the needs of luxury items and specialty displays, then expanding into lighting and window technologies market, which would establish a track record to enter our ultimate consumer electronics market, allowing us to reach $1 billion worth of revenue by year 2030. Historically, as OLED devices came to market, new materials-focused spin-offs would appear to address newly occurring needs. Margic has emerged to address the needs of new eye-safe, environmentally friendly displays. We have a growing, ambitious team. I'm Margaret, founder and CEO. I have PhD in nanoscale science with experience in core technology of the company and background in materials engineering and production. Rusty brings commercial and global supply chain experience in the display industry, and we bring maturity to our company through mentors and institutional partners. We're growing through international mentoring programs and accelerators. We've raised $1 million in non-dilutive funding since November of 2019, and we currently have 4 research scale pilots and 6 letters of intent from potential customers. We are getting our product directly to customers' hands, and recently we have received feedback that it's not only simple plug and play, but it also outperforms currently used solutions. Our next milestones is to production of pilot scale to de-risk our launch on the market. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention, and please feel free to reach out to us.
Sure, thank you so much. And Q&A is open. Please, Kelly, your question.
Hi, Margaret. Great presentation. So my question is, on average, how long is your sales cycle and what are your go-to-market strategies?
Yes, so in order for us to reach a global scale, like I told you, for the $1 billion, it will take us until year 2030. But we're planning to enter the market next year on a small scale entry, which would enable us to think about the fact that we can scale up rapidly from there on. So our niche markets would be luxury items such as smartwatches, special marketing, lighting materials, and so forth. So we're planning to enter next year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bas, your question?
So, impressive stuff. I have 2 quick questions. One is the defensibility. Is there any way to patent this? Did I miss out on a slide that you already have that?
Yes, I don't have the patent number, but we do have 2 patents for the 2 complementary products that we're selling. So there are filed patents indeed.
And when you mean complementary elements, that means that the basic
2 out of 3 layers.
I see. Okay. And the other topic was, yeah, you touched this kind of luxury segment. Is it that this is pretty pricey stuff and that
no, not at the
make any
moment.
commercial sense?
No, not at the moment. The problem is usually the testing cycles of global manufacturers such as LG Display. In order for us to hit their manufacturing production line, it would take about 5 years worth of test cycles, which is fine. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing and pursuing. But in order for us as startups, time is money. We need rapid feedback. And this types of markets is looking for newest, best solutions out there and rapidly getting us involved. Our response time from them is within a month, which is within the timelines for a startup. So that's the only reason why we're going there. It's not the price point.
Thanks very much.
Good. Thank you so much. Gabriel?
Yeah, thank you. Very congratulations. Very interesting project because you are combining advanced materials, deep tech, and also with the green focus. So my question quickly would be, how's the competitor landscape, at least in the US, if you can guide me on that? And if there are or not, how do you differentiate your own material to the other ones that are being created right now? Basically that's my question.
Yeah, we do take inspiration from historical used materials and replacing the rare earth elements with earth abundant. This research has been going on for the last 20 years, so it's not a technology that just appeared overnight.
Right.
So this is how we're able to hold our competitiveness, because it is a different solution and it will take a long time, no matter even if somebody like Sumitomo Chemical will throw 100 PGs on it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, Anna, your question.
Yes, thank you. So in terms of how are you planning to price this, or what is the business model you are thinking? Is this going to be through supplying, for example, the layers, or license the technology? What have your thoughts?
Yeah, so far we are assuming that we're going to be able to deliver at least within the United States and Europe. And we're expecting this business to be profitable by year 2024. Our ultimate reach then will be to go ahead and reach the global market, which will be in Asia. That's our largest market, but that will require us either having a local presence or licensing out. But as of now, direct B2B.
Okay, thank you.
And last question from Gaha.
Thanks, Julia. Hi, Margaret. Really stellar presentation. I don't have anything to add. I already listened to you on other pitches when you were the winner. Nevertheless, my question would be more focused about your incubation and acceleration programs that you accomplished. What value did it brought on the table in terms of financial support, product development, and proper guidance? I mean, in terms of mentorship. Can you elaborate more on that? Thank you.
Right. So one of the programs that is involved heavily in our de-risking of the technology itself is Chain Reaction Innovations with support of Department of Energy and Argonne National Laboratory, which gives us access to tools and equipment that normally we wouldn't be able to execute on. And simple things like regulatory issues that take really long time. This is where we have Bethesda Green coming in, which is focused exclusively on clean tech technology. And the mentors are very geared up in that area because there are lots of nuances to learn. New Chip Accelerator is great because I'm a technical founder. So it teaches me a lot of that business portion of things that I lack. So it's really guiding me through anything from incorporation all the way to how am I supposed to ask investors for money, pretty much. So
you're pretty much aside of supporting your startup idea, also acquire business acumen that was necessary for you to improve in the areas that you generally lack the knowledge.
Correct.
Okay, great. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for the presentation. It was Startup Magic from the USA. And keep going to the startup from the USA as well, from the California. Hi, counselor.
Hi, everyone. This is Aditya Sharma. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Just a moment. Yes, now I can see. Good.
Okay, am I good to go?
Yes.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Aditya Sharma, co-founder and CEO of Hai Counselor. So my journey at Hai Counselor started back in 2019 when I was working at Deloitte, and I was also a part of the recruitment team there in addition to my tech roles. And there I realized that landing a job in tech roles is a really challenging task for recent graduates and early stage professionals. It usually takes recent grads about 6 months, 20 to 25 hours of manual job search effort every single week. And there are two reasons behind this. First, people have skill gaps. They don't have employable skills. And second, they don't have a strong network to get the interview opportunities. Most of the job seekers rely only on online application to get the interview call, but which is just a black hole. So High Counselor solved this problem of job seekers, and we simplified their job search journey in 2 steps. First, we upskill them with the most in-demand technical skills in the market, like Salesforce, Fineos, and AIS. In addition to upskill them in a 4 weeks of online training program, we also provide them real job work experience, because no employer wants to hire raw material. Everyone wants finished product. After upskilling them in 4 weeks of online training program, we automatically get them a lot of interview opportunities without need of applying online. How? Using our job search and networking automation tool that automatically identify jobs for our candidates, perform email networking, and also automatically apply on their behalf. 25 hours of efforts reduced to literally 0 minutes. And second, we also have a network with a lot of big tech and startups in the US. So we get our candidates interviews directly over there using our referral network. We are targeting about $42 billion market in the US of about 8 million early stage professionals. Our immediate focus is on 3 job roles: software, data, and techno-functional roles, which is about $4.5 billion of market. We have 2 revenue streams. First is income share agreement, where candidates pay 9% of their first year's salary only after landing a job. So we make about $9,000 in revenue there. It's only for the US market. The second revenue stream is a subscription-based model where people can subscribe and we help them with upskilling through our live instructor-led training. We have had a great traction so far. Bootstrapped 1.5 years ago. We have helped 130 candidates land a job in the US, currently at 3.5 million booking run rate, 1 million revenue run rate with 70% profit margin. We are backed by VCs in Silicon Valley and angel investors. We have raised $2 million in pre-seed round so far. We have 20 plus big tech companies as our partners and 70 plus startups who hire directly from High Counselor. We expect to grow 10x in this year with about 34 million in booking and about 26 million in revenue. How we are going to do so? We have a very strong technology suite where we have used AI, NLP, and strong tech algorithms to make it happen. Finally, in my team, it's myself and my co-founder and 17 plus full-time team members. And we have a great technology and professional background at Deloitte, PwC, and Kronos. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The Q&A is open. Please, Gil, your question.
Hello, everyone. First of all, a very interesting idea, Aditya. Actually, I work for Deloitte and I have been doing some interviews, and it's really important to the people for to be like training in technology. So I have 2 questions. My first one is, what kind of technologies are you focusing?
So right now our focus is on 3 job roles: software engineering, data science, and product management. So there we focus on full stack, machine learning engineering, and Salesforce. In just next 6 months, we plan to expand into 6 more technologies, that is in insurance and CRM sector. And after that, security is our next domain that we want to jump in. So these are all very highly specialized technical skills that are needed for recent graduates to make them highly employable.
Do you have like the certifications from, for example, Salesforce or other software developers or software platforms in order to allow you to do these kind of formations, of trainings?
Yes, so we train our candidates and then we get them certified from Salesforce, Duck Creek. We are also working, reaching out directly to these Duck Creek, right? Like these platform providers, so that they can provide us the promo codes for the certification and the extra support.
All right, nice. And the second one is about the let's say the agreement that you said you had with Deloitte, right? So far, are you planning to, for example, build an agreement for like with another IT consultancy firms like Accenture or NTT or somewhere else?
Yeah, we already have about 20 plus big tech companies, including Accenture, Deloitte, PwC, TCS, Wipro, who hire directly from us. Now, employers don't pay anything to hire candidates from High Counselor. So there is no financial transaction, no legal documentation, and that makes it really easy for employers to partner with High Counselor. Imagine which company wouldn't like to save hundreds and thousands of dollars in hiring cost, and that's what we make it happen.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, the question from Bas.
Hello, nice presentation. There was one interesting slide also about the moat, which you very quickly skipped. Can I re-enjoy it? Yeah.
Because
thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's running out of time. So there are
I can imagine, yeah.
So there are 4 things that's going to make us about 10x of our revenue this year and unicorn in just next 2 years. So first is our technology that we have developed, the AI NLP powered job search and networking automation tool. We have utilized 100 plus unique algorithms and patterns plus AI and NLP to automate the entire job search process. Again, as I said, our tool automatically identifies jobs for our candidates, applies automatically on their behalf, performs email networking. It usually takes 20 to 25 hours per week of effort right now. We have reduced it to 0 minutes. Okay. Second is our unique curriculum that we have created. Our training curriculum is just 4 to 6 weeks long and led by instructors who are professionals at FANG and other big tech companies. Finally, my network and my co-founders network is very strong with technology and product companies that helps us acquire these big tech companies just in the last 3 months. You can imagine I have 100 big tech companies with me right now. How difficult would it be for me to partner with 1,000 companies in the next 6 months?
Great stuff. How would you sell? To whom would you sell your company in the end as an exit?
So right now, for example, there are big players like Scalar Academy. They recently raised funds from Tiger Global at 700 million valuation. These companies would love to acquire us really soon. LinkedIn again would be a great potential acquirer, as well as the OPMs in the market like 2U, Pearson, Kaplan. We are a perfect company for them to acquire at a great valuation. But again, we don't have any plans to get acquired in the next 1 to 1.5 years, but maybe in 3 years of timeline where we reach about a unicorn valuation.
Thank you.
Please, the next question from Gaurav.
Nitya, I'm working on something similar in India in a very unique way. I quite understand this model very well since I'm 6 months into this already. The first question is, one of the slides of yours mentions you connect the resumes with the job search tools. Are you getting the candidates ready in 4 weeks and then applying on their behalf? Or are you directly working with Deloitte, PwC and saying, look, you have this position for data science, R, Python, or AGI. Here is a candidate. What do you think about it? One. Second, if there is no upfront fees and it's only a success fee-based model, almost all students or candidates in America would enroll. How would you employ them?
So, okay, to answer your first question, the beauty of High Counselor is that candidates don't have to make any manual effort in getting the interview calls. That's their biggest pain point right now. We train them and then we automatically get them interview calls. How? First is using our network of partner companies. Deloitte has say 20 software engineering positions. We directly refer our candidates and they interview it. Why? Because they're getting trained and vetted candidates absolutely free of cost. That is one way of getting them interview calls. Second way of getting them interview call is our job search and networking automation tool. As soon as 4 weeks of training is done, our tool automatically runs for candidates, reach out, identify jobs, apply on their behalf, perform email networking. So they also get interview calls through that methods, right?
Aditya, I understand that at larger volumes, when candidates pour in, how are you going to connect those talent pools with the corporates where you don't have the agreement? I understand this business model very well and deep.
So
at large volumes, how will you manage that?
So right now we are connected with 100 companies, right? And they have for example, right now TCS has hiring requirement of 2,000 people in the next 1 year. As we are building our partnership with employers, we have access to hundreds and thousands of job positions, right? So matching candidates with the enough number of job positions is never an issue. Again, where we don't have our partnership, our job search and networking automation tool will automatically get them interview calls from there. That's how we are going to match it exactly right.
Okay, thank you so much. It was Startup High Concealer. Unfortunately, yeah, the time is over. Please ask the questions to chat to our founder. And we're moving forward. Please welcome the next startup from the USA, California, Pure Fresh Wine.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. So yeah, I can...
Thank you again. My name is Christian de Blasio. I'm with Pure Fresh Wine. We are a very new system that treats and manages wine grapes pre-crush, pre-fermentation to avoid all kinds of problems that ruin wine, such as wildfire smoke, smoke taint, bacteria, sulfur, chemicals, pesticides, and fungicides applied in the field. It's a huge industry. Everyone knows that. The entire industry in itself is over a $57 billion production industry just in the value of grapes alone. The wine quality business in itself is a $7 billion industry. And just boiling it down to one little aspect of what we do, the global smoke damage, which is currently valued at $400 million a year of grapes around the world, Europe, Africa, United States, South America, Australia, all being damaged by smoke. And that number analyzed is growing at 8% per year. Our solution is a sustainability solution focused on dealing with climate change that impacts agriculture. All of the things that you see on the right here, from sulfurs applied, pesticide, fungicides, moving mold issues. A lot of these things are not just normal, average, every year production problems in agriculture. They're also issues that are being exacerbated by climate change, extreme weather, storms, dry weather, things like that. Our systems apply oxygen-3 ozone, very fine controlled levels, up to 30 tons at a time in a 24-hour service that treat the grapes before you start to make wine out of them. These are some of the companies that are our current paid customers. Some of these, at least 4 of these clients are in the top 10 list of wine producers worldwide. They're not just American companies. Take the Jackson family. They own wineries on 4 continents. Constellation Brands, one of the largest alcohol, spirits, and wine producers in the world. These are our existing customers. These are the people who have used our system today. These are some of the quotes. These are actual winemakers from large wineries that have used our system. I can't argue with the results, and I would use it again. I will surely use Pure Fresh again. As a winemaker, I would purely use the technology again. You see the theme here. Winemakers have used us. We fixed their problems. We're moving the wine industry forward. This is a quick look at the system, what we do. These are 40-foot mobile containers that we plant at wineries around the world. We have access to deliver these on 1 week's notice in every major wine production country around the world. Chile, Argentina, Australia, South Africa, France, Italy, United States, Canada. It takes, again, 1 week to get there. And once they're there, it's a 24-hour treatment for different grapes. A winery typically will harvest between 1 to 3 months. And our systems being able to treat anywhere from 5 to 30 tons per day per unit is something that's easily accessible for mid-sized to large wineries. Gross margins are about 80% of what we do. We're currently at about $20,000 per unit per month on rental and leasing services. Everything we do is connected to the cloud and recorded. And our revenues have been increasing. The price and value as it's seen in the industry is going well.
Over. Yeah, please finalize your presentation. Yes, and we start the Q&A session, okay? Dear judge, welcome your questions. Please, Jordan.
Good morning. It's good to see another California company, and hooray, California. You are definitely representing. The value proposition to your customer, does that have an increase to the value or the sales price of their wine, or is it purely on the cost benefit?
There's two ways to look at it. If you're just looking at wine quality improvement, the ability of our systems to nudge the wines towards more fruit-forward, round notes, consumer focused on what consumers want in wine. We have a valuation adding to revenue of about $1.67 per bottle. But in the terms of Mother Nature impacts, it's massive. If you lose 400 tons of grapes, which is an average size winery, and you can't harvest the grapes because of smoke, which is a common occurrence worldwide because of climate change and wildfires, that one winery will lose $1.5 million of sales for the year, and they'd be paying us approximately $50,000 to save that $1.5 million.
Do you have any high-level business metrics, life expectancy of the unit, the customer acquisition costs, LTVs, only that stuff handy?
The main equipment module is a leased container unit. The technology is in the modifications and add-on systems for ozone sensors and control and data reporting. Those systems can be maintained for up to 10 years per unit at a cost of $1,000 each.
And what's the life expectancy of production? How many thousands or hundreds of thousands a unit?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
If I look at a given unit, how much revenue can I expect per unit in its life expectancy, assuming an average customer utilization?
About $750,000.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. Good market. Good job.
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions. Thank you. It was Startup Refresh 1 from the California. And we are moving forward to the next participant. Please welcome Startup Neutron Star Systems from Germany.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Is this showing?
Yes, yes. Good.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus Collier-Wright. I'm the co-founder and CTO at Neutron Star Systems, and with us, the future is electric. The first step of any space mission is to successfully launch your spacecraft into space. But once it's up there, you still need an in-orbit propulsion system to be able to move it around. And depending on what type of in-orbit propulsion you choose, it will affect how much fuel you need to bring with you. On the left, only 25% of what we launch is useful payload, with the rest wasted as fuel. And on the right, we increase this payload up to 75%. This is the choice that we have between chemical and electric propulsion. Chemical propulsion is important if you need to get somewhere quickly, like sending astronauts to the moon. But if you want to get somewhere efficiently, like for constellations or for cargo transfers, then electric propulsion is a clear economic superior alternative. We're developing a disruptive electric propulsion system called Supreme, which brings a number of benefits over the existing options on the market. We use alternative propellants which are over 100 times cheaper per kilogram. We can achieve much higher levels of thrust, operate at higher efficiencies, and scale this up to 100 times greater power classes. And what all of this together means is that we're contributing to a future of more sustainable space operations, as evidenced by the fact that we contribute to 6 of the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. This is our prototype thruster in action at our partner, the University of Stuttgart. And to put it simple, what we do better than today's solutions is we use much cheaper propellants, we provide your spacecraft with a much greater maneuverability, and we can scale the solution up to fit with customer needs. Now, our target market, the high-power spacecraft market, is growing rapidly, and by 2035 will be worth over 56 billion euros. That's room for a lot of unicorns. And we're aiming to obtain 3% of this market, worth nearly 3 billion euros. We've already seen an excellent traction for this technology from the space industry with both new space and traditional space companies, and have been able to raise over 500,000 euros worth of funding from European bodies here in Europe. And we've also secured grant funding from Germany, the UK, and the USA. We're currently in our seed round, closing on the 31st of March, which we'll use to develop our minimum viable product and capitalize on this commercial traction, opening a potential order value of over 850 million euros. Our founding team combines 4 different nationalities: Venezuelans, Germans, Brits, and Slovaks. And between us, we have all the expertise needed to make the business a success, with experience in superconductors, space systems engineering, and business innovation. Most importantly, we have an entrepreneurial mindset and a vision to disrupt the market. We also count on a world-class advisory board, some of whom have already made successful exits in our industry, and between them, over 15 pieces of equipment have been successfully launched into space. So with their guidance, our committed team, and the huge potential of our technology, we will capitalize on this great market opportunity and make sure that the future is electric. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you so much. And the first question we have from Gabriel.
Thank you, Marcus. Great presentation, very interesting. You know, we have a space tech company in our portfolio, which are focusing on the moon economy and all the logistics to send materials to the moon once NASA and ESA launch their operations. So my question to you would be, the electric propulsion would be sufficient to go to the moon back and forth, right? That was what you were saying, or correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, exactly. Actually, it's very well suited to the moon, and especially if you want to transport cargo, you don't necessarily need to do it quickly. You want to do it as efficiently as possible. We looked at some market scenarios for this, and for moon cargo missions, we can save over $100 million per mission compared to the existing electric propulsion solutions.
Yeah, and the other question would be to you, and especially with the moon, do you see the extraction of minerals on the moon that would be needed for the Earth and nuclear fusion? Do you see that happening with NASA and ESA? It's a little bit separate to your, but I know you understand the technology now. And how much are you raising right now? How much is the round for you right now?
Gabriel, if I can, Marcus, I'll just go and answer. The moon economy is driven by geopolitical happenings.
Yeah.
So this is something of relevance for every nation at the moment that have the vision to predominate in space. And I think that this is going really, really fast, especially driven by the fact that China and Russia are aiming to get the first than United States. That's all what I can add from my side. Marcus, I leave it to you the next question.
Yeah. Thank you. No, Marcus, I was just quickly like, how much are you raising right now, your target? And secondly, what were your thoughts on the specific extraction of minerals on the moon to bring it to Earth to the nuclear fusion or energy that we need? No, but that's maybe a more long term.
I can answer very quickly. We're raising 5 million euros at the moment, and we can use the materials that we extract from the moon to actually fuel our propulsion system. So we fit in very well on this architecture.
Amazing. Thank you, Marcus. Glad to connect.
Thank you for the question. And please, Alwyn.
Nice presentation, really cool technology. One of the things I've learned through my travels is that the data going from space to Earth is very inefficient. How will that impact the demand for your solutions?
This is actually another application of our core technology, which is the high temperature superconductors. Part of the reason for the inefficiency of data is that you need more power to be able to transmit higher amounts of data. And the limitation to having more power on spacecraft is the use of the conventional technologies. Our solution helps to solve that by allowing upscaling to higher powers, and therefore we can also enable higher amounts of data and better communications infrastructure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Thank you so much. It was startup Neutron Star Systems from Germany. Yeah. And yes, the last but not least startup for today's battle, Aorion from Switzerland. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me put on my presentation. Can you see that?
Yes, you can see.
So we do drones and the drone-related platform. So we've been in the business for 5 years now. We're a team of 85 people, quite a big team for now. And we develop drones and the platform, Uberized platform for managing the drones. For now, we have raised about 6.4 million in funding. And our key focus is to create a platform that will be that will allow us to manage a fleet of drones doing different tasks. I will talk about that later. So we have a vertically integrated deep tech company. Our main product is an electric helicopter drones and the HAS platform and drone as a service platform. So our mission is to simplify the complexity of managing the drones in various platforms. The first presenter was also dealing with the drones. So there are lots of applications that involve drones. So the task for us is to make this tool much more user-friendly and available for anyone. So the problem is collection of geospatial data, power lines inspection, offshore plots and monitoring, oil and gas pipeline surveying, etc., etc. Our solution is we have air and helicopter drones, two versions of them actually. One is electric, the other is hybrid, which is still under development. So we provide the very precise and free of human risks operation, much less cost of operation versus traditional manned aircraft, fault-free operations in hard conditions, for example, surveying the difficult areas or monitoring fire alerts and everything. We are developing our Uberized cloud platform, and we're also compatible with the existing platforms, for example, for agriculture. If anyone's interested, I can provide it later in a separate email. So our vision is to be the first drone company to achieve disruptive performance and cost efficiency at the same time. We have really advanced drones, and we also develop our own payloads. So let's take a look at the drone. It's really powerful, reliable, and accessible at the same time. The flight time is up to 2 hours and 200 kilometers range with a payload up to 7 kilos. The electric version has these characteristics. The hybrid version is even better. Then the modular drone platform for multiple missions is also there. So we provide payloads for different types of applications, for industrial, for cargo, and for special tasks. For example, we can do the acquisition of relevant comprehensive data about hard scale infrastructures. We do no labor-intensive inspections, and we don't need any pilots to do the complicated helicopter missions. So it's safe. The use cases are data collection and processing, special missions like ice patrol or fire detection and firefighting, then transportation of cargo up to 7 kilos, medical stuff and oil and gas probes, etc. Already have done certain tests with large companies in Europe like Vodafone and ZTE and A1, like solar plant inspections or power line inspections.
I'm
so
sorry,
we have
time is over.
Contract
Yeah, 3
as
minutes
well.
already passed. Yeah.
Right.
Q&A. Please, dear judge, think about the questions. And the first question from Nurul.
Yeah, hi. So nice presentation. So I can see the drone or this kind of device can be used in many industrial applications. So do you have any specific, focus, like what would be your target customer, or like currently I can see power in the industrial power, then forestry, but what percentage of your revenue is coming from what winning sector, and how do you plan to move forward? So yeah.
So for now, the focus is on the on the different types of analysis, data analysis. But our core task is to build a platform with the integrated data analysis. So we will be doing big data. We'll be also using the fleet of commercial unmanned aircraft. We'll also produce a wider range of payloads, including LiDARs. So the development for the next year will be to create a larger fleet of the drones, to develop our own platform, to integrate with the existing platforms, and to become really global.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And any question? No? Okay, so it was our last startup for today.
I don't know if you can give us your contact information for further questions.
Yes, sure. I will drop the details in the chat so you can then later save it and have all the information. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was Startup Aorion from Switzerland.
Wow, what a selection of startups. Really great, Julia. Thank you for this wonderful event. That was our last startup for today. Dear judges, as Aldo predicted, it is a really difficult task, but please finish your voting. Change your votes if you need to. Put marks to all the startups, because in order for your vote to be included in the mathematics of calculating who the winner is, all startups have to be evaluated by you. And I remind you that we have new rules of this game. selecting the winner. That is, each category of votes will be positioned specifically, separately. And first, we will reveal who the guest selected as the winner. Then goes the category of business angels, then the expert bot, our esteemed judges, then official judges. And I will, before publishing the votes of the official judges, combined votes, I will talk to each of you separately, and you will tell me who is your winner is, who is your favorite is. In 20 seconds, I will start a wonderful piece of music we selected that will precede the closing of the votes. Okay, if everyone is ready, I will share my screen. Hold on a second. Do you see my screen? Julia, please nod at me. Do you?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, so you will hear the music. That means that the votes are being closed. And at the end of music means the end of voting. Here we go. Okay, so right now we are ready to see how did gets voted. Can you please show it to us? You can go to the event page. Everything is official. Everything is happening online. Sorry about that. Okay, and do I need to reload the page? Will we see the votes? 1, 2, 3. Okay. IT tells me I need to reload the page. Startups. Here are our startups. Okay, so Sonopathy was the selection of the guests. Okay, very good. Let's go to the business angels. Congratulations to Sonopathy, to A Orient, to Pure Fresh Wine. That was 1, 2, 3. Okay, Little Bridge, different, you see? Business angels voted a little bit differently. That's getting interesting. Okay, let's not stop and see how did our expert bot, our judges, had put who's their favorite. Guys, do you see what I see? Okay, you can start calculating, but while I will be talking to our official judges. Aldo, you are first on my screen. Let's talk to you. Who is your favorite today?
Actually, the last pitch, it sounds interesting for me, but you know, it is tough because it's different kind of startups. Geographical information systems that also for the agriculture, it's something very needed in my country here in South America. The solution, the magic solution. So there are a lot, but for me, A Orion is something that I will double check, and also a Little Bridge.
Wonderful. Wish you good luck with that. Thank you, Aldo. Gabriel, do you agree with Aldo?
It's interesting. Yeah, I have to say, very interesting startups. I agree with Aldo in Magic. I really like the innovation happening there, and also with Neutron Star, one of the last ones I heard, very interesting, because also space is one of my focus, and Little Bridge. I'm always forward for education, also for the kids and new interactions and models. So those three would be, I guess, my favorites today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Nurul, how does it look from Bangladesh point of view? We had seen 2 Bangladesh startups, but of course you're not biased.
Yes, not only from Bangladesh, but I can see many of the startups and companies here are very interesting today, particularly from all who have high technology in place. If I name a few, so that would be all the food and edtech companies today. And I think these have very good future, good addressable market, growth opportunities ahead. And that's it. So my best wishes. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nurul. Dimitry, what do you think? How does it look from Ukrainian perspective? Who were your favorites and why?
Thank you, Anne. Yeah, actually, I agree with Nurul. The all startups was high tier, and it was very interesting to listen every pitch from them. I put on 3 solutions from my perspective. The first solution it's Sonapati, probably the marketplace for education or social learning platform. Yeah, I think it's very interesting solution, and I think I want to think how we could implement this solution in our educational business.
Okay.
And second one, Little Bridge, yeah, it's cool solution as well. It's educational for kids. And third one, it's about chess games. It's Storm. Because in the metaverse, meta universe, it's new technology appears around the world, and the guys create probably something good to not only be in VR surround and just earn money. And they mentioned Solana blockchain technology, and I agree with them. It's good solution as well.
Okay, thank you, Dimitry, so much. Kelly, how is it Canada today? Who are your favorites today at Industry Agnostic Battle?
First of all, thank you so much for bringing to us so many diversified projects. Congratulations to all the participants. So for today, I have 3 favorites. The first one is Little Bridge, and I'm really impressed by their founder, Sarah. Sarah was very proactive. She actually contacted me on LinkedIn yesterday, and she had a very meaningful project, and I wish her all the best. And my second pick is Soho Party in Bangladesh. I already seen one company called New Oriental went public using very similar business model. But the only thing is that when you grow bigger in one day, be cautious about the local government regulations and policies. And my third pick is Clickstorm from Russia. I think they have a very creative business model to bring a modern esports experience to mind sports. And they have very solid business model.
Interesting. Thank you, Kelly, so much. And Jim, who is summarized to all of us. Have you noticed we had the Moon Space startup also today?
I did. Sorry, I had to leave the office. I have a speaking engagement at lunch, but I was able to listen to all the presentations. Very impressive as usual group of companies. I definitely want to learn more about neutron star systems since we do invest a lot in the space realm. And I saw Soho Pathy was one that really stood out. The schools today across the U.S. and I think around the world, we need to figure out a new way of learning and a new way of teaching. Education is never going away, but a lot of our traditional schools, even here in the U.S., as well funded as they aren't as effective as they should be. And so I appreciated that presentation and the innovation that they're doing around education. So that's my vote for today.
Thank you, Jim, so much. Okay, I think we are ready to see how did official judges voted as a category. Team, can you show it? Da-da-da-dum. And official judges have as their winner, Sohopathy. That is interesting. Okay, are you ready to see the ultimate winner, the startup who will present its industry at the Unicorn Cup Finals in just 2 weeks? It is. Margie, congratulations. It's your turn to say a couple words. You did really great.
Too bad my camera wasn't on. I just jumped up as I saw that. That would have been really funny. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody's attention, feedback, some awesome questions. I felt like a shotgun fire trying to respond to everybody. I really appreciate the fire drill of questions. It means a lot. That means this is a really important issue to not just me, but everybody out there. And we're geared up to resolve our new generation of electronic devices, to make them safe, that it's not going to be piling up. I'm sure all of you have at least 5 old cell phones in your drawers, so we want to get rid of all of that eventually. And yes, I appreciate everybody's support. I'm very excited for what's to come.
Congratulations, get ready, 2 weeks and it will be World Finals. Wish you all the luck. And now it's networking session, open mic. Who wants to say a couple words? You're welcome. If you want me to ask you something, please open your camera so I know you are there. And who wants to start?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. So like I'm Sadman, so I'm from Sohopathy, Bangladesh, and I think it's been a very wonderful session. And if you talk about the context of Bangladesh, so we do not get a lot of opportunities to actually pitch to the whole world. So I think in context of that, it's really been a very rewarding and wonderful event. Thank you so much for organizing. And actually, I'd like to give my 2 cents about Bangladesh. It's a huge market, basically. As I said, that there is 170 million people. And also in the EdTech stuff, currently like there are 45 million high school going students who are actually studying, and it's growing day by day. So I think that there is a huge market laying ahead. And since there are a lot of investors and a lot of people who are actually here, and they might not have a lot of idea about the Bangladesh market, but I actually invite all of you to be in touch. And I think it's a huge opportunity. The market is open. And I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I think the ones that will go ahead in terms of funding and also the networking, I think they will be in the market. So thank you very much. And I hope to stay connected with all of you. I'll share my LinkedIn handle and email. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. See you at our next events. Yes, Muzafir?
Yes. So some fantastic startups today. I was actually really blown away. I thought Little Bridge and Neutron Star were just on another level. Very, very impressive. And everyone just put their best foot forward. And I just want to, because this is what we're saying to ourselves as well, you know, in the whole process of building a business and getting it going, one is just kind of looking inward, and you don't really get to think about how you rank on a global scale. And I think this event has been really fantastic in terms of gaining perspective. You know, and just a little shameless self-promotion in the end. Our name is Fandaar. My name is Muzaffar Mangi. Reach out to us. Thank you all.
Wonderful. And we have a couple more minutes if anybody wants to say something. Nothing. Then I have to tell you that we have only one battle left. It will be FinTech Unicorn Battle that is coming up next Thursday. I see you all at the same time, wherever you are, in the morning, in the evening, in the daytime. Join us to reveal who will be the last contestants before the World Finals. And the World Finals are coming up in 2 weeks, Thursday, March 3rd. So I see you all guys online. Thank you so much. Startups, you were great. Judges, you were the best. I see you all. Thank you for coming, and see you at the next events all over the globe. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Anna, thank you, Julia.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, yeah. It was very nice.